Greetings all of you future hosts of our glorious fungal overlords, and welcome back to Stellaris with me, Elathrix, and of course, welcome to the full playthrough where we use at last what is easily my favourite of all of the civics in the game, which I didn't really think it was going to be like that when I first started this full playthrough. The Cordyceptic drones allows us to automatically reanimate any space life we destroy. Things like the space whales and the amoeba are instantly resurrected and added to our fleets with an additional 50% weapon damage and 50% weapon attack speed, which also applies to any of the space fauna weapons you then add to your ships. That means that the amoeba strikecraft are doing 50% more damage at 50% additional attack rate, and they are already as strong as the normal max rank strikecraft, which is kind of crazy. Now, I am talking about all of this in the past tense, since I have actually finished this full playthrough. I am technically future Lathrix right now, because my original intro didn't talk about anything which was actually important to the run, and made some mistakes. So the main reason I'm redoing this intro is all about the crisis type. We've set the crisis type to all, but sadly that didn't quite turn out to happen. Don't worry, there is a very conclusive ending to this video, and in my opinion very satisfying, but sadly it wasn't the crisis type all, at least in its entirety. You'll see what happens during the playthrough itself, but I don't really want to mislead people. These are all the settings we used, so we do have Iron Man on for once, we have Grand Admiral, so max difficulty, we have the difficulty adjusted AI modifiers, which basically just allows the AI to completely cheat with its tech. Mid-game is early, end-game is incredibly early, and we have scaling difficulty set only to mid-game. Though as you'll see, that really didn't end up mattering all that much, and I really wish I just turned that off. Again, didn't really make a difference in this run, but still something to note. As for the Empire itself, we are of course a hive mind. We are using the Cordyceptic drones, allowing us to reanimate pretty much anything which is organic within the galaxy. We have subsumed will, and by the way, yes, that does include the Leviathans, as you might be able to tell likely by the thumbnail. With our traits, we are budding, which allows us to very quickly populate any world we get to. Traditional, for extra unity early on, and also agrarian, because you do need food for all of that space fauna you are resurrecting. As for our origin, we are using the progenitor hive. This may be my favourite origin out of all of them. It's not the most broken by any means, but it is just really jack of all trades and super fun to use. It allows you to have offspring leaders which level up incredibly quickly since they get experience passively no matter what they're doing, which means your admirals will just sit there leveling up all the time, which is great. The spawning pools are a place of offspring nests, giving bonuses to your menial drones like minerals and food and everything else like that, and you also get the offspring ships, which give combat bonuses to nearby ships, but if there are no offspring ships nearby, you get negatives instead. So it's very important to make sure you have a balance of normal ships and your offspring ships in any given fight. It's just a really nice origin. We are the progenitor. And that was it. So, into the game. It's weird ending like that. So this is slightly more future Lathrix, so I've just finished editing this video together now, and yeah, this is definitely one of the most fun full playthroughs I've had in a very long time. I really enjoyed this one, even if the initial goals weren't exactly met. I really do hope you enjoy, and any suggestions for the new DLC coming up, all of the new origins, please tell me, because I will be covering that as soon as possible. You know, comments for that, likes for that, and more Stellaris will be on its way. Remember, this long-form content is absolute poison to the algorithm unless it gets loads of interaction, because YouTube really loves shorts. And I don't like shorts. I like trousers. Terrible dad jokes aside, thank you so much for all the support these full playthroughs always get, and I really do hope you enjoyed this one. It was an absolute pleasure to record, and I will be back as soon as possible with more full playthroughs if they are indeed what you still want to see on the channel. So thank you so much for watching, and now, back to the extreme past, with a very confused Lathrix, who's gonna talk a lot of weird stuff. And so the festering swarm begins its journey at the very top of the galaxy. Now honestly, this is going to be a very by-the-books opening. We're going to go very heavily into the economy, really try and focus on getting some new worlds, but mostly we're going to be on the lookout for any more amoeba or space whales to add to our navy, because that, with the plus 50% damage and plus 50% attack speed they'll get, will really, really bolster our navy very early on. I think they'll get weaker as time goes on, but if we can get it early on, I think we can make a lot of vassals willingly. Vassals will join us without too much of a fight if we have an immense army of minions. And something I'm just noticing is there's a weird interaction clearly going on here between our Origin and our Civic, because we're meant to have 3 amoeba, instead we have 2 amoeba and a single offspring corvette. And the Offspring Corvette is from our origin. Ah, that's a shame, because you can always make more of those. You can't make more amoeba. Well, that's not too much of a problem, I guess, just a little bit sad to see. But yeah, we are going to be just adapting to what we see in the galaxy. If there's lots of space, we'll go down a wider route. If there's not much space and we find other empires, we'll go down a tall route and try and make them our vassals quickly, but really hoping we find some of the space fauna. Now, of course, we have seen a more standard opening 100 times before on YouTube, so I'll be skipping ahead until we find something or something interesting happens, and all you need to know is I'll be going down the prosperity route to begin with, and I'll be very, very greedy, grabbing everything I can, except for tech. We will be getting some unity though, because I do want a lot of science vessels, so that we can find everything nearby nice and quickly. We need to know where to go to reanimate our new bestest friends. Golly gee, Mr. Lathrix, why are you making so many corvettes? Well, I'm glad you asked, little Timmy, because we are gonna be desecrating a graveyard and resurrecting its residents. I mean, what else do you do on a Sunday night? So yeah, there's a load of space whales here, all protecting their giant graveyard. We're going to kill them, but rather than adding them to their graveyard, they'll be joining us as undead minions for all eternity. And remember, although it says 3.2k there, we're going to resurrect them stronger than that, because they'll be getting a plus 50% modifier to their attack speed and damage. We've also found our neighbour. So if we can quickly grab all those, although it's going to cost us a fortune and go over our navy capacity, we are instantly going to grab a vassal. Even if we had scaling difficulty off, they would not be able to compete with that instantly.
Technology
it will be glorious. What? Normally, we have to find recently dead subjects for our reanimation practices, but with a spawning system, we can infiltrate them at an earlier stage and have a steady supply of hosts. We'll produce a reanimated fleet every 5 years when built-in systems with biological life. I was about to just add gun batteries and just mow these things down. Okay then, never mind. We'll keep you alive. Now, annoyingly though, that means I'm not making a vassal right now since I'm not overwhelming with fleet power. And none of these are organic life, it's all machines. Okay, well, we'll give it a shot, and we'll see if it works out. If it doesn't give us a decent fleet basically in the first 5 years, then we return and we scour all life from the graveyard. Okay, so we now have our very bestest friends nearby. Disloyal currently, but don't worry, they will... Oh, I was expecting you to actually like us a bit more with that, but still, that's fine. They're going to give us 30% of their science and 15% of their economy. Wow. Okay, yeah, we've sacrificed a lot for our military, and apparently it's not quite enough for you. We could just destroy all the rest of them and resurrect them, but we shan't. Could. Won't. Can't believe we found no amoebas or any of the leviathans or anything. We're going to be a very tall empire then. This is going to be us. Right now we're already leeching off our neighbor. Sorry, we already have a symbiotic relationship with our neighbor. Now we'll be building trust over time in addition to everything else. So don't worry, they will eventually become loyal even with the current settings. Maybe shouldn't have gone for the specialist one straight away. When the 5 years was up, a near 5k fleet emerged. And that's going to happen every 5 years apparently. I wonder if they'll get bigger over time or to stay that size, I'm not too sure. But either way, it was enough to make our first vassal. They were terrified of us and our sudden burst of zombies. And look, they have creepy veins all over them and spew spores.
Technology conceived.
We are, I think, just stealing the dead. After 2 successful rebirths of our space whales, we now have 2 vassals, 1 loyal and 1 disloyal. 1 is our mineral producer, 1 is our science producer. I'll try and make them more loyal later. I've just grabbed shared destiny, so that's helping out. But then I found something glorious. If the space whales wouldn't have done it, we could always have grabbed these. It's the breeding grounds of the amoebas. Now, unlike with the space whales, I don't think I am actually able to befriend them as a hive mind. I don't get the option for pacification with them naturally. I think you get that if you get bubbles or some other routes, but I don't think you get it from tech. I'll give it a try, but I am moving over all of my fleets. As you can see, my fleet capacity is maxed out because not only do I have those, I also have like almost 20k worth of corvettes because I've been spamming them, and we are the progenitor, which means we just have very strong ships to begin with as well. So yeah, we're doing pretty darn well. Supremacy's also been helping out quite a lot. The swarm cannot be stopped.
The others speak.
I love that they convert instantly. I always knew it was automatic, but I didn't think it'd be so instant and already. Ah, lovely. Yeah, pathetic. Those went from equal to pathetic in moments. Now, I actually just need resources right now, so either you accept a really good science position. Wow, does not like the subject type. That's really funny. I've never seen that so much. 2 of them didn't like that. Every time I've done test runs and stuff, everyone's always loved this one and hated this one, but apparently this time around, everyone just wants to be gathering resources for me. Which wouldn't be too bad, but I don't have enough space and worlds. I'll just have too much resource. So I'm thinking, yeah, it's so annoying you won't accept that, because eventually you won't give me any more science as a vassal, because I'll out-science you by collecting too much from everyone. So what we'll need is habitats or ring worlds really quickly, or we need to quickly be able to grab these other worlds, which currently are not too great for us. You really aren't the best vassal type. Though I guess for now, yeah, I'll just make you a tributary, because otherwise I'm going to run out of resources. As you can see, my food's already really struggling, and that's because of the whole I'm now feeding a small army of amoeba thing, which isn't great. Ooh. No! It's the bloody Spacewell homeworld. I'm so happy. I'm gonna have another breeding ground. That's a weird sentence. Don't take it out of context, but you get the idea. This is going better than I ever could have imagined. There we go, all space whales, so all amoeba now under Lathruxian hive mind control. Let's return home, because you're cheaper when you're docked at least, and I'm going to make another one of this. Oh no, don't! No, don't make a star base. Well, at least I can grab them eventually. Okay, so we'll just have the one reanimation set. Okay, I didn't even know this existed until this run, and I've done a test run with this empire. Oh my god, my food. Okay, so we're going to need to sort that out as soon as possible. I'm thinking strongholds everywhere, let's increase our naval capacity, huh? Did anyone catch what happened in that previous clip? Straight after I set up what I actually wanted, I then agreed to their terms, which was nothing. So that was a mistake I just made very quickly, and that caused a lot of problems. Thankfully, because our economy is very robust, and we have income from the Church of Prosperity, which is, I now realize, very aptly named, everything turned out okay, and we're absolutely fine. Just a little bit of a problem with food. Oh yeah, and every 5 years I'm getting more space whales, aren't I? Ooh, Leviathan. Where? Where's Leviathan? No, seriously, where's the Leviathan? I'm really interested in that. Ah, the Devourer. That's not great. We can't resurrect the Devourer. What we want is the Matriarch and the Ether Drake. There we go. Now we have 2 science producers, which will help to support our tiny little burgeoning empire, becoming big empire. Anyone else wish to join me and my out-of-control growing hordes? There's fungus among us. More space whales just got birthed. We have something like 60k fleet power now. It's getting a little bit absurd, honestly, and yep, they're all just joining me willingly. Oh, that's expensive, though. Can I make it cheaper? Yes, lovely. You know what? Join us, give us tech, I'll tax you money later. All will join our glorious chorus. Oh, yeah, you're not particularly happy with... Ooh, what happened there? This wasn't an empire until just a second ago. Did you have an uprising or something? Because you're not particularly hating us. But you are... Interesting. What's over here then? So we have a... Ooh, amoebas, lovely. I'll just send... Which one has the amoebas currently? Is it you? Do you have the amoebas? Small amoebas and large amoebas? Okay, let's have a look, see at you. I haven't actually looked at the amoebas since I resurrected them. Oh, cool. Yeah, same effects as the other one. Loads and loads of fungus. Go and collect them for me. Automated Dreadnought, I'm finding all of the Leviathans I don't need. This empire here lost in a few wars and now it joined us. It has only 3,000 fleet power, whereas its neighbour has 45,000. So it willingly joined. The bloc, on the other hand, is pretty much equal to us fleet power, at least according to its stats, so we'll be leaving it alone for now. This is ours. 50 years into the game, due to the glory That is out of control childbirth.
Technology conceived.
Of undead. I never select this Civic, but we're using it now. Also, ignore the humiliated thing. One of my subjects went to war. I forgot I had the whole, I'll go to war with you anytime. And that would have knocked out all of my ships I'm moving around here to grab stuff. Obviously, I changed my mind about that. Now, here's the thing. The Spectre is here. Just having a chill. That looks pretty organic, right? That looks like an organic Leviathan. So I'm moving all of my fleets there and we're going to try and take it out, because I know it's not particularly strong. Loyalty has been established. And you can stop draining my resources.
Technology conceived.
You like us the most now. You're the one who had one of the biggest problems early on. I'm going to take more tech to make sure you never rebel. I don't want to bleed them dry resource-wise, because that's when they start having rebellions in their own territory, but I do want to bleed them dry tech-wise. We're at 2k now, and I want that to be much higher.
Our situation log is updated.
Okay, what I'm doing is asking them about the mysteries of the universe.
Situation log is updated.
This way, they should tell us where some of the
Situation log is updated.
different Leviathans are. Any more? I had 4 then, I just misclicked and left. Mysteries Universe, something new.
Our situation log
How
is
many
updated.
things are new in the universe? Okay, that was all of them. So what I'm going to do is go to Mysteries Universe, tag them all, and... Okay, so there's one right there, that's nice and close, and the rest are... Death Lords. Seriously, the rest are all in the Purifier species area. You're kidding me. There's one there at least, that's a guy who... Oh, I need to jump to get to there. Well, here's hoping this one is one of the ones we want then. Slowly move on our fleets over. Hey, what about you? You're already the Overlord of someone, that means you'll never join us willingly, that's fine. Honestly, we have more than enough already, perhaps we'll make you a Federation member eventually. Our fleets are pretty much all in position except for one. Though, honestly, I think this will be enough. Are you all ready to jump? Ah, there's currently a storm going on, making our whales even slower than usual. It is such bad timing.
Technology conceived.
Oh yeah, this should be more than enough to take out the Wraith. The armor's already melted away. Oh, we can't resurrect it? That's a shame. On the upside though, we do have the Rubricator world, so eventually we'll be able to get Shard at least, so we'll have at least one dragon on our side. Okay, I'll return home. That's a bit of a shame, but at least we do get a parade, and we get this. Spectral Residue Studies, which is a permanent plus 5% to our energy weapon damage, and plus 5% to our physics research speed, in addition to more energy from jobs. More whales have been born since I even moved my fleets out. I say born, resurrected from the corpses they're collecting. So I was correct. It turns out that our lovely space amoeba may be the most powerful strike craft. Because normally, the amoeba flagella are equal or just a little bit worse than the rank 3 strike craft. At least that's what I've been told. I have seen so many people argue about this and do tests and everything. I'm not too sure, but I'm sure with the plus 50% weapon damage and plus 50% attack speed built in, this is going to cause a lot of pain right now. This may be the main weapon I use in this entire run. This Civic is secretly really broken. I say secretly. I haven't heard of people talking about it. Maybe they have and I've just not been listening. Our homeworld now has the Wraith Disperser sack, which is very pleasant and relaxing apparently, and that's all Unity. Yeah, okay, yeah, so I definitely need to turn our homeworld into a pure Unity world then. I was tempted to do that anyway, now we're getting a lot of tech from our vassals, and that's just guaranteed it. Because we have such little space, I've decided to go down the route of Voidborn, which is something I very, very rarely do, to be honest. But again, such limited space. We're going to make the most out of our systems. Eventually, I hope to be able to get a ring world before the endgame crises start to spawn. Every time I send out my units, more whales appear.
Technology conceived.
There was a void spawn in the territory nearby.
System.
I've just purchased the ability to do extra damage from the Curator. There we go, and of course, send in the Necro Drones. I wonder how strong that'll be. That was actually a lot faster than I expected, but bear in mind I was doing like a third extra damage because of the Curator buff, and I had the extra damage to armor currently up, so we were doing a fair chunk of extra stuff then.
Technology conceived. A new nest is born.
come forth once again. Returning the void spawn to its egg and then incubating again proved too incredibly efficient. Proved to be incredibly efficient, there we go. By making use of the primordial matter still inside the egg, our necrodrones easily edited the corpse to service us. With the creature thus puppeteered, it now flexes its 163k. Oh my god, that is beautiful. Oh, look at his creepy little fungal lines.
We have surveyed the system.
I've got to be honest, the Void Spawn has always been my favourite model in all of Stellaris, and that just made it. I don't know if I prefer it or not, because the regular version's all fluffy and this one's all decayed, but wow. I wish I knew what types of weapons that had. We can't decipher it, sadly. Okay, could you please all return home? We're going to attack out Shard next. And then also have a dragon on our side. Oh yes, what's that over there then? That is, oh, scavenger bot. Not what I'm after at all. Now beginning our Science Nexus construction. Oh Shard, we have way too much nature against you here. Look at our angry space whales. Oh no! The poor Void Spawn didn't quite make it in time. Of course, send in the Necrodrones. And now we have the Rubricator. So on cooldown I can get more and more of our lovely minor artifacts, so I can keep on doing all of these as much as I want, including this. Because by the way, we still haven't found our precursor still, amazingly. That's kind of bizarre. I mean, it is the first league, which is not that great. You get a single relic world, whoa, and a little bit of unity. But I'd still rather have it than not. Welp, Shard has been reborn. Shard is now quiet. We have seized her inert body and done away with her personality and language centers. With these systems removed, her superheated breath is now ours to command. Oh, fabulous. Oh, the smoke's coming out of its tips. Look at that.
Technology conceived.
Wow. Come on, Void Spawn. Come say hi. You and Shard can be next to each other. I wish I could check what they're actually using. Obviously, armor. So I want to do... yeah, that as much as possible. Essentially, this is going to be our repeatable sections. We also want the Cloud Lightning. I've only just thought about that. Is there any Cloud Lightning left? Okay, good. I'll make some Corvettes, and I'll go and quickly take out the Cloud Lightning. In fact, I'll make a specific type of Corvette just to destroy Cloud Lightning. So, new Corvette. I said new Corvette. Call this one Cloud, and I'm done. So, kinetic or just ignoring will both do well. Oh, wow. We don't really have the right stuff for this, do we? I might just keep them as they are. You know what? Just keep them as they are. Just make loads of them and we'll send them over. They can move nice and quickly and get there in seconds. I mean, that's pretty cool, right? Finally, we have the First League headquarters done. I actually don't know what this one gives, the secrets of the First League, but yeah, it's just going to be a decently sized relic world. Now, one thing I should be a bit more nervous about are the Death Lords. They're still equivalent fleet power to us. They're honestly kind of terrifying. Not going to lie, a couple 100k fleet power just right there. I think soon we'll have to try and cull them a little bit, move down to the Consortium territory and attack them a little bit there. Right now, I'm about to attack the Automated Dreadnought, then I'm going to move over and attack the Devourer as well, because we may as well, since they're there. Once all of our fleets are in position.
We have surveyed the system.
The good thing is, with the automated dreadnought, it's one of those ones we can resurrect, just not in the traditional way, just using a construction vessel, which have already moved into position.
Conceived.
And this time, Shard and the Void Spawn will also get to fight. In fact, also Shard is leading the charge, except for the Corvettes. There we go, instantly firing away. The Voidborn not far behind. Oh, the Dreadnought really charges in. Now, we're not going to be quite as good versus the Dreadnought, just because we are hitting its shields, and most of our stuff is not very good versus shields. Oh, never mind, our Strikecraft utterly obliterated it.
Our situation log is updated.
Let's repair it, and then we'll see how strong that is. So that's 3 parades now finished. Where is... Actually, no, it'd be 4 parades, wouldn't it? Because of the Wraith as well. So the Void Spawn's giving extra research. The Wraith is giving extra unity and happiness. The Dreadnought is making things cheaper energy-wise, which isn't too great for a tech world, but it's something. And then Shard is giving extra menial drone output, once again, not particularly useful on a tech world, but I'll take it. I just realised I don't have a science vessel nearby, do I? Whoops. Yeah, can you get over here, please? Like, as soon as you can, because I'm going to need some resurrecting drones. That is one angry revived Dreadnought. I'm going to keep smacking your butt. Well, smacking its butt worked, apparently. Oh, wait, no, of course we can't actually resurrect it, can we? In that case, study the corpse.
Situation log is updated.
I knew we needed scientists for something, but couldn't remember what exactly. Okay, return home. Scientists get there. That is all of the Leviathans I think I'm going to get access to, sadly. Also, study the corpse didn't give us the parade. I hope that's worth it, because I actually can't quite remember what the study gives you. I think it's a bonus of some kind. Should have had more than 5 seconds of thought into that, but that's what I think. I think I chose correctly. We'll see soon enough. We're about to hit 2,300. We are now at war with the Death Lords. Not really what I wanted to happen, but the Imperium decided to go to war with them. The last of all of our vassals, which I agreed to go to war with. Because I'm just that nice. Also, turns out it was completely the wrong choice to ignite the flame. All I've done is give a system to our vassal, the Imperium itself, and the world at least includes a nice Gaia world for them. Yay. I could have had a parade. It would have been beautiful. Ooh, our focused arc emitters shred things now. With how many repeatables we've done, the focused arc emitter, which doesn't do as much damage as the other X-size weapon, but ignores all shields and all armor, can kind of end a fight before it starts, which is great versus these stations. And then the absolute ridiculous swarms of amoeba are released. So if we can just do that a couple of times, if I'm lucky, what's going to happen is we're going to get a nice status quo nice and quickly. I don't really want to be at war with the Death Lords, to be completely honest. Although, apparently, our neighbours to the east are at war with them as well. That's pretty good. I think the war against the Fallen Empire is just finished, as they stepped in against the Death Lords as well. They didn't actually do that well. So, I think the Protectors are probably our next target, to be completely honest. They're there, they're vulnerable, and we're like right next to them now, just ready to destroy them. Now, I have no ground forces at the moment, but that can be quickly remedied by loads and loads and loads of clone armies. So, amazingly, we've found the Matriarch.
Technology conceived.
I don't know how it hasn't been killed already, but apparently not. Also, I am actually taking over some worlds over here.
Enemy nest taken.
So we have 2 options really with these. Well, 3 options technically with these fellas. We can either continue to eat them slowly, allowing them to breed just enough so that we have a livestock population. We can assimilate them, making them part of the hive, controlling their thoughts and minds as one of our own. Or we could class them as undesirables. Now, if we put them as undesirables, we lose them. Obviously not a great thing. But it will count towards crisis points. And what I want to get is all the way down to here, plus 50% ship damage. I guess we are currently going in for the long haul. I don't know how I've ended up doing this, but I'm outright winning. I'm just devouring them completely now. They were putting up a fight, I guess because the other empires are also fighting them. They're just not having a great time, and the Fallen Empire did a number on them as well. At one point, they were overwhelming to us for a brief time, so it's surprising how fast we've turned. I guess 20k tech with only minimal empire size is also a pretty big change there. I think I'm going to assimilate them. There's going to be so many of them. I'm going to keep them with population controls on, however, because now our population is robust and has the bigger brains, because we have gone fully down the genetic route. I think that's what I'm going to do. This way, all of these worlds I conquer will actually have populations there, able to instantly work them. We do need a load more alloys. It's the main thing we're really suffering from now. Alloys and just a few bits of basic resource here and there. That's what the worlds will become. Hello, Matriarch. We have so many of your children under our employ. Would you like to join them?
We have claimed a new...
Did you hear that, everyone? She said yes! Sending in the Necro drones. Yeah, sure. Welcome on board, Ahab. We could have continued and actually got more space and everything else, but I'm going to be a bit silly here because I've got a feeling like this might actually be the Ether Drake. I don't know what's here. I'm guessing... Oh, it's the black hole. So the Dimensional Horror, Enigmatic Fortress, Ether Drake. I can't think of any other Leviathan. I think it has to be the Ether Drake. So I'm really hoping they haven't destroyed it yet, and that's what I'm going for.
Technology conceived.
Okay, the Matriarch has been added to one of our worlds, and it'll increase our pop growth at the cost of a bit of stability. And send in the Necro drones, we're getting the Ether Drake. The Ether Drake's biology initially appeared impenetrable. Instead of hijacking its central nervous system and assuming control from there, this mind was forced to replace every one of its nerves with a drone facsimile. Let's see if we can make the husk roar. Spoiler, we can. There we go, a second Ether Drake has joined our ranks. Where's our first? There's Shard. And the Matriarch. Wow, we have Shard, the Matriarch, a Void Spawn. The Void Spawn's the weirdest one to be able to get. And now, a true Ether Drake. Okay, let's move on over to there then, and let's see if we can take out the last of the Leviathans. I forgot how good this is. The Ether Drake trophy gives you 10% monthly unity as a passive, and then when you activate it, it's plus 10% happiness and plus 10 stability on all of your worlds. Of course, the happiness doesn't really matter for the hive mind. We're always happy, we're happy, happy people. But the plus 10% stability is lovely. Okay, make your way. Time to go against the next Horror in the Void. Oh, I'm glad my Juggernaut was nowhere nearby to help. Doesn't really matter anyway, we should be able to just obliterate this thing.
The others speak.
There we go. So we should have... There we go, banished. So that's one more Leviathan done. I think that's it. Yeah, I think I am actually... Eldritch Horror, what now? Oh, that's from the Arcology project. That's not an actual true Leviathan. Don't think it is. I'll leave it because these fellows should be worshipping that. I don't really want to get in their way. I don't know if there's a negative for that, and all these guys love me. Which is weird right now since we are becoming the Crisis. Okay, all go back to the gateway. I'm currently building a gateway back at home, so if we can just all chill there, you'll be picked up soon enough and taken home. I think we'll turn this into a proper bastion. Ooh, 25 years now. Now we need to start focusing on actually building a proper normal military, you know, not space whales. Well, it took 2 attempts because of the Federation, but we are now at war with the Fallen Empire. And we should have enough fleet power to just roll right into their capital and take it over. Hopefully, we'll meet their fleets in glorious battle, because if we do, I can level up my crisis a bit. We are getting so close to that plus 50%. But remember, a lot of my points are currently coming from just retain vassals. We have lots of vassals, each one of them give me 10 per month, I believe, or 10 per year. Either way, we get points constantly from that, and that's all that matters. Most of my points have came from that direct way. Yeah, everyone can trust me. Just need my science vessel to go over there so we can actually move into the nebula. Which is, by the way, maybe my least favourite mechanic in the game. The whole nebula system where you have to get your science vessel in first. It just feels clunky sometimes. I'm sure there's ways around it to make it easier, but every time I go about it, I just get kind of annoyed. Okay. Our science vessel is lost, which is annoying, but we did find out where this wormhole goes. Plus, I have another science vessel nice and close by anyway, so not a big deal there. Aha! Now, Ringworld is slowly being created. Now, I made a major mistake earlier. Honestly, getting Voidborn and not waiting for Masterful Crafters... Not Masterful Crafters, what are you called? Master Builders was a mistake. As you can probably tell, it's now like 3 AM. This is the very end of this recording session. I'm getting very tired. But yeah, Voidborn, major mistake. It just wasn't really worth it. I'm still trying to go heavily into more and more of our lovely habitats, but I think I just should have waited. Because the crisis is so early, trying to get these megastructures up and running in time is just proving an absolute nightmare. Sorry there, Titan.
Our hive is under attack.
Ooh, is that their main swarm, I see? No, wait, we're the swarm. Is that their main set of ships? Their fleet, that's the word.
Military hive is lost.
We should be victorious just because of Strikecraft and the Archimeters, honestly. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Our damage isn't very front-loaded, which is the problem, and is going to be a big problem when it comes to the crisis. This is why we need more battleships and our normal ships. Yeah, the space fauna is surprisingly powerful. I mean, look at my little babies there, but we really need more ships. Just normal ships. If you kill old Guardian Dragon here, does that count as an organic being I can resurrect?
We have assimilated.
Just wondering, just asking for a friend. So, two quick things. First of all, I was going to purge these people for some easy points. Can you make a psionic hive mind? Can I allow these people to breed within our empire? Because that would be amazingly strong. Secondly, imagine being one of these people. You are the superior people. You are the Fallen Empire. You once controlled the entire galaxy. And then one of the younger races does this to you. 2 giant undead dragons the size of your world begin bombarding it with energy. As your other world is bombarded by what can only be described as angry undead moth. Somewhere in there is the Dreadnought as well. That'd be pretty eye-opening, I'd imagine. Glimpses of the Abyss. Okay, so this was the dangerous thing, it seems. Oh, so we can take the risk, lose stability, and gain extra research speed. Wow, yeah, we really need to turn this world into a tech world with this. Or, no, the danger is too great. Losing one world wouldn't be a big problem if it does come to that, so you know what? Sure, less stability. We'll swap it over to a tech world. We got quite lucky from the reverse arcane engineering, and we've got the dimensional fabricator. So that's going to give us all the rare resources, I think? Let's have a quick look-see. Yeah, all of the basic rare resources, sadly not dark matter, and 100 minerals per month. That's a pretty good deal for only 20 energy upkeep. Have we finally taken over one of the worlds yet? Finally, the throne is going down. The Sky Temple, yeah, we very shortly afterwards. Its garrison army is being obliterated by the Sky Dragons.
Enemy nest taken.
A glorious victory. And a couple more habitats now complete. Well, thank you. Okay, so, now that they're hive minds, they do keep the sonic... Oh, wait, no. They're not assimilated yet. Okay, let's assimilate them and see what happens. It's kind of annoying, because originally I wanted to simply destroy them to get closer to Galactic Nemesis, but that's not going to happen. I guess I could just attack one of the other Fallen Empires now I think about it. So we have the tech people over there and the machines. The machines probably are the best, so we can get the ring world. But the tech people have been yelling at me a lot. Yeah, I think probably the ring world is the better option. Their worlds are also easier to conquer, so I think we should probably just go over there. That'd be fine. Send our normal battleships as well. Also, I got a random new leader from an event over here, over on Trappist. If anyone knows what binary means, I haven't got a clue what this thing's name is. 01. Sorry, 010101011111. I may have said something rude then. I didn't think about that. Either way, almost 300k? Seriously? Yeah, our fleets are looking pretty decent. Lots of repeatables. Normally they're a little bit weaker than that because of the arc emitters actually have very low damage, so that makes the fleet power suspiciously weak. But apparently that's all. Oh no. Let me guess. Independence? Yeah. Oh no, we are. Who's attacking us? Why am I helping? Do I really have to help out here? Can they deal with it themselves? They should be able to deal with it themselves if I stop having take point. That's only a 50k fleet. They are plenty strong enough to deal with that themselves. So here's something interesting. Purge or assimilate pops. I'm doing both. What I'm doing currently is I am assimilating this species, and then as soon as I've got any assimilated, because it just happened a moment ago, I am then purging them. It's giving me double the points, because sadly they don't keep their psychic state when they become hive-minded, so I'm stripping them of their psychic abilities, and then killing them. It's a very complex process to be as evil as possible. Oh no, threshold to the void. You know what? Yeah, let's keep going. Too late now, let's see what happens. Here come the defenses of the Fallen Empire. The Moth just seems confused about what to do. Either way, a glorious victory. We'll get ready to jump together, and then we'll move on. How far are we now? Oh, so very, very close. At least I'll purge the machines automatically as well, so that's nice.
Conceived.
The Skyad's gone. It's not covered by clouds, it has been replaced by a pure void. All that remains of the world is patches of ground in the ocean of nothingness. Everyone left on the planet is suffering pure agony for every instant that passes. We have brought as much time as we could for our specialists. A distorted and disturbed voice echoes from the world beyond. Yes, return to me. There's a 33% chance we keep the world and a 66% chance we get a black hole. Whoops. We've just made a little mini-dimensional horror. Oh, isn't it cute? Is it just a black hole in the middle of my territory? I can't attack it or anything? It's just there. Lovely. Oh, good. We just leveled up. Fantastic. Yep, so with that, we get an extra 5% research speed passive, and then an extra 5% if we're doing a repeatable. So that's a lovely plus 10% because I can do them their math skills. Lovely. One more system under our control. All we need to do is put down some gateways, so then we have some nice easy ways to travel around. So the only Fallen Empire that still has a homeworld is now the Ascendancy over here. So they have the Font of Knowledge, but don't they have a library kind of thing, or the archives? Aha! I knew you had a hidden special one over there. Okay, can I claim both? Is it going to be too expensive? No, it's not. Okay, so we may as well. We have just shy of 10 years left, so we may as well go ahead and get ready to attack the last of the Fallen Empires. Then all of the Fallen Empires have been, well, 2 have been removed, 1 has been severely diminished. Everyone's loyal? Lovely. Okay, fleets, get your butt moving. It's time to go over here. Also, it is weird just having rank 10 admirals just ready to take over the fleets. I do love this origin. It's just such a pleasant origin. It's a weird thing to say, but it's kind of true. Now, one thing I could do... Oh, fantastic. That's going to make me a lot stronger. So suddenly all of my ships just got a bonus 50% to their weapons damage. Yeah, that's pretty alright. We're not going to go down the last one, since I'm not going to make this cheesy and end the galaxy, because that would just avoid all of the crises, which is the whole point of this bloody video. Who are the consortium? You are, apparently. You are... Hey, they're one of mine! Don't need to be mean to them. I can't really help you, but I'll pretend to help. Oh, I'm trying. Do they not have fleets? Why do they not have fleets? I don't understand. I mean, okay, that's fine. Ooh, I've just noticed we only have 7... No. 8 years! Oh my god, I need to get some sleep. I couldn't add 5 and 3 in my head then. Woo! I'm gonna get some sleep after this war. Okay, for some reason they don't have any fleets at the moment. I'm guessing they went to war to try and punish maybe the Death Lords at some... Whoa, the Death Lords are losing the war they're in currently. That's interesting. Wow. Death Lords have just shrunk. They were the ultimate threat for a short while. Then they just kind of weren't. But yeah, no fleets, which means we should be able to just roll in and take everything we want. Which is good for us, because we want lots. Basically, what we really want is these... Oh, yeah, this is an arcology world. I wonder... What can the Hive Mind actually get? I'm guessing it can do the Forge one. Maybe like a drone version of the Unity one. The Synapse drones. I've never had a arcology world. Whilst a Hive Mind. Oh, they're naughty, ain't they? Look, they do have fleets. They did have fleets. Yeah, grabbing divided attention was definitely worth it. We just knocked off over 200 of our empire size. Very nice. So now, yeah, tech cost has only increased by 50%. That's really not too bad, and that's because the whole hive mind thing. Could we get it lower, though, is the question. Oh, yeah, I stopped destroying you guys, didn't I? Yeah, that's fine, as long as your population and migration controls are in place, that's absolutely fine. And we probably could, so let's have a look, see, what's the main problem there? Obviously, it's our populations. We could remove budding and go with docile. That's minus 10 empire size from pops. Then our next tradition tree will be... If we go with domination, that further decreases empire size from pops by 10%. But do I want that? Don't know, plus we're getting pretty late to get that last tradition tree. We really just haven't gone down Unity at all, and maybe that was a mistake. At the moment, I'm having to lose some Unity for this ambition. Yeah, I don't think I'm actually going to get the last tradition tree, so I may as well just double down into science, plus 20% science. Say goodbye to the archivists. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so it really is just the alloys and the residential you can make then. Gotcha. Okay, so I guess we should turn it into a proper foundry world then? Can't see what else we'll really use it for, so yeah, let's go ahead. And the affluent centers can be converted into anything but what they currently are, so let's just put them as some gas refineries. Sure. And let's get a construction vessel here, so we have one more gateway. So yeah, that's all three of the Fallen Empires sorted. Over here with the Empire, yeah, the Protectors are actually fighting against the Death Lords again, and probably losing, honestly. The Death Lords are surprisingly powerful. They have hundreds of thousands of fleet power. I mean, look at that. That is actually pretty scary. They're still inferior to us though, right? Yeah, so we're still fine. Our tech is still skyrocketing, obviously. Now we have another Fallen Empire under our control. That's just another super world. Wonderful. More rare resources, more alloys, and then over on this we have the special Master Archive, which will increase our tech passively. More food, more rare, More alloys. More alloys. Okay. I guess, yeah, just get some industrial districts. We have 5 years now until the endgame crisis. I'm about to go to bed, though, and when I get back, more battleships. It is now the year 2325, which means the crisis can spawn at any point past this. It's gonna be weird. But also very fun, because look how strong our fleets are. Our tech has kind of gone a little bit mad, and with all the extra bonuses with our amoeba strike craft, especially with our battleships, although our damage isn't particularly front-loaded, we should be able to really, really hurt pretty much anything with those strike craft over time. I think I'm going to leave these 4 beauties just kind of chilling here, though. That is too precious for me. Just waiting around for the crisis. This is why I normally don't play on Iron Man, because now I could spawn in the crisis. Actually, I don't know if you could spawn in the all crisis. I take that back. But I am getting very bored of waiting, and the game is chugging so badly right now. Anyway, I've gone down the expansion route just so we can grab this limited autonomy. That will decrease. Wow, that was really good. That decreased our empire size a lot because it decreases empire size from systems by 25% and planets by 25%. That's the one we've ended up going with because to get the domination minus 10% for your pops, you have to complete the entire tree, which I'm not gonna do. There we go. Okay, I've had to make a really tough choice here. The game has crashed twice. There is a major update on the way in literally a couple of days. I'm about to go and take a break with my fiancée because it's her 30th birthday soon. We're going on holiday. And it's just becoming impossible to wait around for any longer because, yeah, I want this video out before the DLC, and I don't think that's going to be possible if I just keep waiting around. The game has just started to halt. This is at max speed. I'm going to destroy the galaxy. I'm going to activate the endgame crisis, so don't worry, this isn't cancelling the full playthrough, it's just no longer going to be the all-crisis playthrough. I'll do that in the DLC, so it'll be a DLC and that run at some point. So don't worry, that is still on the way, it's just not this video. I'll make sure at the start of the video to be very clear that that's not the case for this video, so I'm not deceptive, etc. And it's all going to be about just how much I love the Civic, because I did. It's cheesy and fun and stupid and minions, and I had such a good time. So now I need to destroy the galaxy. The galactic crisis is at hand! Oh no! Wait, aren't you on my side still? Oh, you're just not participating. You're not doing one or the other. Okay, that's fine. Oh, I powered up this super federation who've now turned against me. Truly, truly dark days. Well, on the upside, we're not at war with any of my vassals, and I have such a small amount of territory. Oh, that's fantastic, actually. That means they're not attacking my vassals either, so all that territory is safe. So all I need to do is protect this tiny little bit of space. Ha! Try it. I think I'm stronger. Yep, we have the relative navy strength on our side, and now we should have a couple of supercharged ships, right? There we go, there's the engine activated. The end is nigh, fools. And there are my Star Eaters. Okay, well, we can begin by just devouring the stars in our own system, which aren't giving us anything. I think if I... Okay, where's my weakest vassal? That'd probably be you, right? You're a tiny little vassal there. Oh! Or is it you? Yeah, I think if I attack a star of my vassal, they will actually go to war with me, I think. I'm not sure how that system works. I know it's weird. So can one of you please go over here? Yeah, this is a tiny empire, only a few systems. Let's see what happens. Oh, we have to be at war with the system owner. Okay, I mean, that makes sense. Don't get me wrong, that makes complete sense. In that case, let's just continue with destroying all the systems nearby. After that, we'll go into the systems of our enemies and start devouring those. Send out the cubes of doom! Ooh, they look different to how they used to, right? No, maybe it's just the colour of my empire. That looks so cool. I'm sorry, you must have took a wrong turn. This isn't your space. The gateways have proven such a useful commodity. And they let me build them everywhere. That's a whole Empire's fleet just gone. You get near the fleets. Millions upon millions of amoeba are released to devour you whole. Tut tut tut. Yeah, having the gateways in my vassals' territory as well is fantastic because they can't take those systems, so they jump there to try and get to my homeworld. But as long as I have my fleets near one of the gateways, I can jump instantly, no matter how slow they are. And they're millions upon millions of fleet power all condensed, and our enemies aren't really working together. Here and there they are, but not really. We will ascend our space fauna into a whole new universe of happiness. We have taken out so many fleets using these gateways. Oh, the first to actually get through that. Well, that's annoying, isn't it? Take out this lot, please. That'd be great. I don't know how this keeps working, but I keep on just bribing them with favours, and most of my forces are still loyal to us. Now, since I have so valiantly defended our territory, I am now expanding over here. And because we're at this type of war, every time I grab a system, it's instantly ours. Our lovely little dragon there has already grabbed one of them, and so our Star Eaters are going to burst forth here and start just obliterating this empire. I keep on taking out fleet after fleet after fleet, and it has left most of them disarray. They're attacking over here, and I don't really care too much. I'm going to try and protect these two fallen empire areas. I have lost one of them because I wasn't paying attention, to be completely honest. But other than that, things are going alright, I think. Yeah, as long as I have a couple of fleets back here to protect, then everything's going to be fine. Where's one of my main fleets? Where's one of the big boy fleets? Could have sent the Shard back, I guess. Wait, how many did I move over here? Oh, I see what I've done. I've split up my forces too much. Okay. Return a little bit. In fact, what I might do is just post some forces at each of the gateway areas, and that should just prevent them from getting in the first place. That's what I'm going to do. Next rank begins. I wonder what's going to happen if the crisis arrives. That's going to be some serious madness. I mean, it'll only be the first of the crises anyway. Now, this is the fight. Pretty much the entire galaxy in one system right now. I'm not watching because of the sheer lag it was providing a second ago. We should win this. Yeah, they're being annihilated. As soon as the strike craft are all out, the damage done is just phenomenal. We took a fair few losses ourselves, though. But that was, like I say, pretty much the entire galaxy. I was legit really worried about this set of fleets here, and then I completely forgot I have this fleet just sitting here doing nothing. I think I'll be fine. Please go there. That's another one of them actually trying to work together, and we can't allow that. Run away. I like how the space whales rush forward, so do the amoeba, but most of my craft run away, and most of the enemy craft run away. What I'm taking is, the space whales are the most fearsome things in all the galaxy. And still make up like a good third of my legions, by the way. Ah, there's the dragons. God, the amoeba looks like something else sometimes. Anyway, you're gone. Please return back to the portal. Ah, good, you just finished your jump, so let's clear out these three. So that's a nice 3,000 dark matter there. There'll be another 2,000, then I'll grab these, because why not? Thankfully, that doesn't take out the hyperlane relay, which is great. Ooh, that's not as annoying as I expected, actually. In case you're wondering how I'm getting such good deals with our vassals, it's because when you negotiate with them, two things can happen. They will either accept your terms, or they will try to decline them. And to decline them, they have to match how much influence you just paid, and then pay that. So what I've been doing, at least what I've just done then, is I went all the way to exactly 1,000 influence. So if they weren't completely influence capped, they couldn't deny my will. So now they're paying us everything. Essentially, I want them to be too weak to rebel against me. They're probably going to have mini rebellions within their own territory, which is actually beneficial for us because it will create closed borders, roadblocks for the enemies. For instance, over here, no one can get to this system with my Sky Temple because it's being protected accidentally by the Holy Guardians who are not at war with us. But I'm just going to keep on doing that, so eventually we're going to have, 8,000 energy per month. I can actually start buying some of the dark matter. In fact, I might do to speed things along. We have both of our Star Eaters going to work at the moment over here, but we could always make a third to speed it up because they are very slow. It does take a very long time to devour a whole star, apparently. Oh no, which system did I lose? I didn't even know I had a colony there. Oh yeah, I've just given up this area, I don't even care. Don't worry, mother's home, children! It's like she's giving birth to them. Oh. Oh no! Did the other one just... Oh, that's a shame. Whoops. I didn't realise that the space whales over here would also instantly become aggressive as well. Well, we just added a lot more space whales than I intended. I just wanted this poor matriarch to finally have her children. Beautiful. We have a science necklace. We have a Dyson sphere fully operational. Q2, please go over there and stop them from being annoying. That'd be great. Meanwhile, this is taking a lot longer than I expected. I guess the matriarch can't really shoot very fast. Oh, now it's in close range. Its main weapon's missing. Well, its children will slowly get the job done. They have the bonus armor from me and all the extra additives. Like all good children should have additives. I'm just giving them a really bad diet, apparently. I am already very tired again today. I don't know what happened. I just woke up and I was already so exhausted. Which is always good when you're recording and you have a speech impediment and you have to try and speak like a normal human. Where's my other one of you? I didn't lose... Oh, it was over here. It looks like the other group grabbed it. Does that mean it's bounced away? Yeah, it's bounced away. Okay, it'll return eventually. Aww. All together at last. I'm just gonna leave them in the system. This is the home system of the space whales, after all. Stage 1 of the engine is complete. Stage 2 will cost 30,000. So actually, we're very close to already. So we can get that going soon. Well, this is gonna make things messier. We now have the unbidden. No one bid them, but that's what they are. Okay, we can actually kill them very easily. This is why I didn't want to continue this run outside of just destroying the galaxy, because we have got to the point where even the stronger fallen empires, the stronger crises won't be too bad. So what I'm going to do is take out the areas over here. That'll force them back. Now, where are my destroyers? Okay, it's still going fine. Let's continue to eat the stars. I'm afraid, unbidden, there's someone already destroying this galaxy, and it's not you. A few got through because I wasn't paying attention. That is so annoying. There's this constant barrage of small fleets. It is rather irritating.
Technology conceived.
Once the portal's down, no more reinforcements. With the portal gone, we managed to get the extra-dimensional Warlock, which will increase our sublight speed and our weapon range, which is really nice. Now, please get rid of these fleets. You know what? The Unbidden are actually perfect right now. Because the Unbidden can't get any reinforcements, they can't get any stronger than they are currently. And honestly, they're not a threat as long as my forces are stacked up. But they are causing havoc in one of the empires we're currently fighting. So that's wonderful. Now I'm finally back to collecting dark matter. But just imagine, if I had just been left to my own devices for the last 30 years, just stacking up more research, still being in that federation, giving me like plus 40% at this point, just being able to get more and more fleet power, how easy that would have been. And without everyone fighting me. Even if they do increase power level every time they go to the next crises, I'm just not really that worried. And our ships are actually better suited to fight things like the contingency. I mean, they're good versus Unbid. In fact, they're good versus everything. That's kind of where I went with this build. But yeah. The worst would have been the Scourge, but since we've stacked energy damage, it would have been easy just to swap over to Lances and then just go with that. The amount of chaos that just happened. 2 machine uprisings and a little mini rebellion in the forces fighting us. As you can see, we are... I mean, we're not the good guys. What'd be the word for us? We're more organised. Oh yeah, I was building a ring world here, wasn't I? Whoops, I forgot. And I just destroyed the whole system. Okay, we're about to get the matter decompressor tech. I didn't bother with that because earlier I didn't have any black holes in my system. Weirdly, that's been fixed now. Yeah, did the machines always look like that, the cubes? I think I'm going mad. Oh, did I just obliterate one of them? Yeah, sure, Awaken, there's a proper crisis going on. You'll probably focus on them and... Oh, is that it? Is that all you got? Is
The elders seek our end.
Oh, I don't want to be at war. All status... Oh, it's actually really annoying because you're positioning. It's fine, I'll just pop some of my fleets back there. Everyone, but let's say that one there, the medium-sized one, pop you there. And then... New fleet. Welcome. Your job is defending me against the Fallen Empire, which is fine because my ship's hard counter the Fallen Empire anyway. Did I actually just obliterate one of their worlds? I didn't even notice. Whoops. I didn't know that actually triggered them to wake up, though. I mean, it makes sense. Literally destroying the system when their holy worlds are in, but I didn't know that was a thing Stellaris did, and that's pretty cool. Due to our engine tearing apart the very fabric of space and time, these corrupted avatars have emerged everywhere. They're doing not that well, but they cause the system to look really pretty. I've always found these to be a bit underwhelming, even if you're not doing too well as the endgame crisis. They're never that strong. As you can see here, this is actually going to be defeated by the caravanners. The missile's getting through, and yeah, it's about to go down. But it tried. And again, it made everything very pretty. It's all rather calmed down now, honestly. The Awakened Empire has drawn the ire of some of the other empires. The endgame crisis is just destroying this area, and thus drawing all the attention away from me. I have double fortified every location that could possibly get to my homeworld. And yeah, just kind of leaving these boxes to do their job. It's a far more relaxing end than I expected, honestly. That's a lot of repeatables done. Only one stage away now before we have completed our main goal. Just need 22 more systems destroyed. Well, technically 23, but we can purchase for Last of the Dark Matter. We have plus 16,000 energy a month after all. The final stage is now on its way. Really not all that much to talk about. I keep on wanting to say things and just... It's very chill, honestly. I'm having a delightful time. I'm watching Netflix.
Technology conceived.
The time is nigh. Just like life, it's over before you know it. And that was absolutely dark as sin. Oh, that's a lot of lag. Come on, do the thing. Do it. Thank you. 2 achievements, big red button, and victorious. Have I never finished a game? Wait, have I never actually got to the end of a Stellaris or an Iron Man? Oh, I play Iron Man so much in the background when I'm not recording, but apparently I'll never get to the end. To be fair, it's Stellaris. I have been playing this game for like a week. Oh, there we go. And we can see where the Unbidden managed to get to as well. At one point, they controlled most of the L gate. I don't know how they got pushed back out. Every system gloriously cleansed. and we have ascended somewhere far more beautiful. Also, apparently, somehow, we are still at war. Well, that is the end of that. This will be the last full playthrough before the DLC and the next major patch hits. By the time this video comes out, likely over the weekend or perhaps next week, the DLC will be imminent. So don't worry, I will be back very soon with more Stellaris videos, and I will be recording the new DLC, which is First Contact, and checking out all of that stuff because there is so much stuff there. Is it called First Contact? Yes, it is indeed called First Contact. So, thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed today's video, then of course, likes, favourites, shares, comments, all that good stuff helps out me, helps out the channel, and most importantly, shows that Stellaris is a series you wish to see continued in the future. So, if you would like to tell me which of the new origins you would like to see from First Contact, go ahead and check out First Contact in the Stellaris Twitter and everything else, because they have now all been revealed, I believe, and I'll be covering that as soon as it's out. So expect a new full playthrough in the next week or two. This was really fun, even if it turned out to be not what I was originally after. Although now I've probably edited the start of the video to explain all that. Yeah, I need some sleep. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment, it's nice.